I'm Frida Hewson, spokesperson for the Unist'ot'en, appointed by my hereditary chiefs, and currently live at Unist'ot'en camp. This territory here, my people have used this for many years, and it's one of the only areas that the water is still pristine. This water here has got all its minerals intact and it's not polluted, so you can literally drink from a cup. Because all of us need water to survive. So we want that river to stay like that. During the winter, get a lot of snow, cold weather, frozen water. We usually do trapping, and newly added this year we're doing rabbit snaring.
And then what? Just keep working both sides. Try not to step all over that wall. You step in. Make it a nice run so that he's going to want to follow a trail. Okay, get the snow out of under the loop. Need that loop completely exposed. Good. You want it convincing so that you want a trail that they're definitely going to follow. They're going to look at it and go, oh, there's a way, and they'll just run through it. Good. Alright, that's good, eh? That one over there too. Yeah, lift it up. There. Yeah. Looks good, eh? Easy route. Good job. Okay, let's go to the next one. That's the Throttle River. This river is one of the two rivers up here that sustain a coho population, which is a salmon. Trans-Canada wanted to cross here, right over there. But this is where we live, this is our backyard, this is where we do all of our work. And we set a trap line up here last year. This place sustains us.
We are building a pipeline route that will cross their traditional territories. And when you look at it from that point of view, it's not just that they've lived there for generations, but they are really the experts about that land. And we want to make sure that when we route a pipeline that we take into consideration anything that is important to local stakeholders, First Nations, communities, local governments.
This is still unacceptable. So we stopped them from coming through here as well. But right now, in the river down below here, there's tiny little salmon eggs, and they've got partially developed salmon in every one of them. So they've got the head, the tail, the spine. You can see the little heart beating inside the eggs, all along the entire river, all the way up. And probably around February, they'll have the head and the tail sticking out of that little egg sac, and they'll be kind of swimming, practicing a little bit of movement under the gravel. Right around April, May, when the water starts to rise, they all come out of the gravel and then they get washed down to the ocean. Right where Lilo Island is, Flora Banks. That's where they stay. They stay there for about 5 or 6 weeks. Then they head out in the ocean after that. And if they survive that journey, they come back after 4 years and do the exact same thing in the same place where they were born. This is one of the places we're protecting and why we're protecting it.
We have never had any trusting relationship with the province. When we heard the pipeline projects were proposed to come through underneath the river and through our lands, that's when we decided that we needed to protect this area, so we built a log cabin. So the province is illegally issuing out the permits because they haven't received consent. The RCMP were basically created to keep us off our lands, right, ever since its inception, to keep our Indigenous people from the lands when they could force us onto reservations and forced us off our territories so that they could access our resources. So a lot of our ancestors were treated like criminals and imprisoned if they tried to go hunt for their families on their territories, and they were forced back to the reservations, and they actually needed a little paper to come off the reserve. Initially, our office of Unist'ot'en was negotiating a treaty but was getting nowhere because they basically want to take all our land, give us 10% of our land for probably a couple of $1 million, which is not even the value of the land, because we don't value money, we value our resources more, meaning the water, the wildlife, and our medicines and our berries. That's our resources, and we depend on those more so than money can't buy that stuff. So the Office of Unist'ot'en received some information saying that Pacific Trails has all its permits in place, which the province has given illegally, and are planning to start construction 2017. They will try and force their way in, and police will be used, and they'll even bring in military if they feel like they're being threatened by us. From our experience 2 years ago, industry is ruthless and they use lies. They said we had guns and that we were violent and we were threatening them when we never did do that to them. But that's what they were telling the police, why the police were all out here. They brought out, I think, up to 200 police and were ready to deploy here to supposedly take down this blockade. But it's not a blockade, it's our actual home, and we actually live here and it's our territory, so it's not a blockade.
Solstice to the Unist'ot'en, it's a time for renewal. It's a time for us to kind of look at how we managed to make it through the past season and celebrate our life moving into the new season.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Everyone wants to see this beautifully designed rabbit by none other than Slab. There is truly an art to living. It's called perseverance.
Wear it.
This hide, I actually skinned it along with Smoldergan and under his leadership and guidance.
Sing to me, oh sing to me.
It's a little wet.
The song. Sing to me till morning comes. Sing to me till the day's done.
But you know, could come in handy.
Sing to me, oh sing to me. Sing to me the song. Sing to me, oh sing to me. Sing to me the song.
How can supporters of the camp help the camp in this new coming year and in the winter time especially?
Well, supporters usually come out and spend 1 week, 2 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, whatever they can afford to do. They come out and stay here and help with, we have to keep 3 buildings heated, so chopping wood, keeping stoves going, and shoveling snow. Also, if you can't come up here, you can support financially or even support with information, like educating people right where you're at, wherever you live, and do your own research about what fracking is and what that industry, how it pollutes the planet and how it impacts us, not just the people who live where fracking is, because all streams flow into creeks, creeks flow into the rivers, and rivers flow into the ocean. So we're all impacted, even if we're not right in the fracking fields. And if these proposed projects go forward, it's going to increase the production in the fracking fields, it's going to increase pollution, it's going to impact us all. So educate and educate others. People should come here and see the beauty. When you see the beauty of what's here, it gives you more passion to do what we're doing here to protect this beauty here for the next generations to come.
Hello, Taze. Hello. Good morning. Good morning.